Oh, hello.
All right. Hello. You're already making me laugh before we even start. But I guess we did start, so no. TJ is in a mood today, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, that is TJ Tally. I am Dave Rapp. We are.
The Brohawks.
There we go.
Thank you for letting
Uh,
me do that one. Thank
I
you.
I mean I stole your intro, so I felt like you needed to do the other thing.
Right, I'm just gonna
Uh,
eat these leftover potatoes while you do it.
there we go. It's Black Friday. And
Every
thank you
Friday
for
is Black Friday for me.
Thank you
Thank
for saying
you.
something before I could get myself in trouble. Uh, and we are excited not only for leftovers, but because we have a very special guest with us, Jen
Hello.
Jazwinski. We are in the second semifinal of the clubs match, and we have a really good lineup. And we have somebody here who was on the panel and with us on the show for the first time. So Jen, please like tell us about your journey for Jeopardy. How when you were originally on and how you came back.
So I auditioned 3 different times way back in the day. I did 2 in-person auditions and completely bombed my first one. When they did the first round of questions, they're like,
I
make
know
sure
that
you
feeling.
answer in the form of a question. And I immediately put my hand up and was like, Nut Hut.
Best part, it wasn't even the answer. It was just your personal feeling about that moment.
And
Like,
the
they haven't even
contestant,
asked you a
I
question.
mean, I mean.
I would have put you on immediately. Get Nut Hut on the stage. Get Nut Hut Baker over here. Yeah.
so they just looked at me until I finally went, what is Nut Hut? It was great. It was great.
A common question.
Right?
I do have questions about that, but we can deal with that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I actually I did the online test in fall of 2020, and they had called me to do an audition, and we actually had to reschedule that because that was right around when Alex actually passed away. So I did do the Zoom audition for my third one. I did much better at that one, thank goodness. Yeah, that I just really I feel like I connected much better with the Jeopardy team at that and was lucky enough to get called to come in spring of 2021. That was really interesting because that was during COVID, of course, no guests, none of that sort of stuff. So I flew out the first time and stayed in a hotel all by myself, and basically just did Jeopardy and came home. I was very lucky and won my first 2 games and
Very nice.
good. I would like to say also, I thought I did pretty well.
Yes.
But
They don't just
I
hand
did
those out, Jen. They don't just hand those
right.
out as like here's a consolation prize. You are a smart, sassy wizard.
So and then there was like a 3-week break because they filmed the Tournament of Champions in between there. And then I came back and had my third game. Unfortunately, I did not win. The fabulous Tim Moon won instead, who we got to see in these quarterfinals. So I got to see him again, which was really nice. And yeah, I had 2 different guest hosts. I had Dr. Gupta the first time, who was so kind and sweet and just a really nice guest host. And George Stephanopoulos, who was also excellent. He was really pleased because he's like, I'm not used to getting to re-record things when it doesn't go exactly to plan. That's probably my favorite thing I remember about him. And then this time they called me, of course, in early August, and I had some concerns about the writer's strike at that point, as well as they're like, so are there any dates you might not be available? Because let's say you're out of the country. And we went to Iceland in September.
Oh.
So we were indeed out of the country, and they didn't call and they didn't call. And I thought, well, I guess that's it. I'm really happy for the people who got to go do this, that it seems like it's been a great time for everyone. And then the day after we got back from Iceland, they started announcing that the writer's strike was coming to an end. And that Wednesday, I got the call to come back. I was just over the moon. But of course, I had to check with my job and be like, so can I be gone again? Because I was just gone for 2 weeks. But I work with amazing people. who were happy to make that happen.
Awesome. Well, that's
So
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to ask this because I guess we've had people on who had different guest hosts, but like you don't know what it's like to be on Jeopardy until you're on Jeopardy. So you had guest
Right.
hosts, and for all you know, that's it. So when you came back and you had Ken, did it feel different?
Well, this whole experience was so different. I mean,
Yeah.
of
Right.
course, because this time my family got some of my family, not all of them, because limited space for people in the audience, of course, and
Your two
limited
families.
travel. Yeah, I felt really lucky because I managed to talk them into 3. When they said 2, I was like, oh, you're gonna make me choose between my parents. This is bad. This is very bad. Because my husband was like, oh no, I'm going.
There you go.
Fair.
Yeah. So luckily John Barra immediately was like, well, if you tell them you have 3, they might be able to fit that in. So I felt very lucky that they were able to all 3 come and be in the audience and get to see and experience everything. And I have lost the thread of the 10 versus the other guest hosts. I'm so sorry.
You're fine, baby. We're loving this.
It definitely was a little bit different. It was nice to have the consistency because Dr. Gupta and George Stephanopoulos definitely had very different rhythms to how they were
bet.
doing questions. Clearly, I felt like I did better with Dr. Gupta. One when he was there, not so much with George, who I think did a lovely job, but just it didn't work as well for me. But it did really help. I felt like to have that same timing throughout, even though, as you are both aware, buzzing in these championship games is just.
Yeah.
We did the practice round, and I was panicked by the end of that practice round because I just felt like I was not getting in at all. The first time I actually managed to get in, I literally said hallelujah and then gave my answer. Because yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I said before we started, but I'll say it just for our guest. When I say guest, I mean our viewer. We TJ and I have
More
not
than
seen the
that.
Hi,
show.
Mom.
She's literally right off camera. No, TJ and I haven't seen the show, so we don't know what's going to happen. We're very excited, and we're going to talk a lot. But we want to hear your experience, but we also want to hear our own voices. So please forgive us.
It's just fine. I will tell you before the show even starts, this game was so much fun.
Oh, awesome.
That Amy and Ed and I walked out and they were playing warm-up music for the crowd, which I don't know that I heard that any of the other days. So we're up there at our podiums while everyone's, running around, getting everything ready to go. And we're just jamming out to the music and bopping around up there. And Amy leans over before everything gets started and says, all right, guys, let's get them all. Like, let's do this. They are amazing people. I'm so lucky to have got to meet all of the club's people and to connect with the larger Jeopardy community. Anyway.
Excellent. All right. Well, here we go
then. So glad.
Let's watch this.
From the Alex Trebek stage at Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy! Champions Wildcard. Here is our second group of semifinalists. A copy editor from Durham, New Hampshire, Amy.
Yay!
Friend of the show.
College history professor from Sacramento,
Come
California.
on, finger guns, but no bow tie.
And a youth.
So I knew Amy was going to blow kisses.
Illinois.
I didn't know Ed was going to do finger guns. So this is what I had.
Now,
you look like you're in a 90s sitcom. You're like, and now
Jenny.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy! Following an impressive runaway win in yesterday's game, I imagine Nick Cascone has a lot to be thankful for on this Thanksgiving holiday. He's headed to the Champions Wildcard Finals. And by the end of today, we'll know whether Jen, Ed, or Amy will be joining him.
Ed used
Good
the
luck to all
capital
three of
E
you.
today.
Let's talk turkey. Here
And
are your
2
categories
underlines.
in the Jeopardy round.
Get
Okay.
ready.
We have
Bow
the
tie is
A-list.
gone.
Then
Bring it
a
in.
biblical zoo, followed by whatchamacallit.
Ooh.
They come in sevens. Then put
No.
me in. Coach. Jen, where do we
Okay.
start?
Biblical Zoo for 600, please.
Samson caught 300 of these sly creatures, put firebrands on their tails, and sent them into enemy cornfields. Jen.
What are snakes?
No. Amy.
What are foxes?
That's right.
Biblical Zoo 800.
I thought snakes too.
According
by
to
the way.
Deuteronomy 17,
I had
verse
no
1,
answer.
if your bullock is blemished, you can't use it as this. Jen.
What is a
Sacrifice.
sacrifice?
Correct.
Biblical
What?
Zoo 1000.
The answer there
We're just
is the
gonna.
daily double.
Nobody cares about bullets. All right, fine.
You don't have
Okay.
$1,000
Sandra Bullock is
Jen, but
fine.
you can wager up to that amount.
I would sure like to, please.
All right. Here's your clue in biblical zoo.
All right, taking it off
After
the board
crossing
early.
this,
Yeah.
Miriam led a chorus of "The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea."
What is the Red Sea?
Yes, you had 1,000.
Were you bummed to get it so early?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like too early to do much good.
These insects,
Except keeping it
also
out of
known
other
as
hands.
ant lice, are captured and milked by many ants for the honeydew liquid they produce. Jen.
I want to
What
talk
are
about
aphids?
aphids.
Right.
A-list 800.
The name of this refractive defect of the eye comes from the Greek. Ed,
What is astigmatism?
that's it.
A-list for
I can hear
1,000.
like everybody else
You
buzzing
can
in. You're just
control
like,
light entering a camera by varying
Yeah.
the diameter of
Clicky,
this,
clicky,
which
clicky.
acts like the iris in the human eye. Ed,
What is aperture?
you had 1,000.
Coach.
Amy
for
holds her buzzer right by her
In
mic.
2008,
Oh,
Coach
is that what
Jen,
it
the
is?
head man at this school, led the USA to Olympic gold in Beijing. Ed,
What is Duke University?
yes.
Coach for 400.
yeah, you can hear Amy
Moving to
every
the
time.
NFL in 1954, he served for 5 years as an assistant coach at Army. Ed,
Who is Vince Lombardi?
yes.
Coach for 600.
I've got this team that jingle jangle jingles under head coach Greg Popovich. Ed,
Who are the San Antonio
Holy
Spurs?
crap! It's so loud.
Coach for 800.
they may have
I'm
tried to
super
win
into it.
one for the Gipper, but Notre Dame won a lot for this coach too. He went 105, 12, and 5.
Canute.
Ed,
Who is Newt Rockne?
yes it is.
Let's finish coach for 1,000.
Gino Auriemma led this university to back-to-back 39-0 championship years in women's hoops. Ed,
What is the University of Connecticut?
UConn?
correct, you just ran that category.
He sure
I got
did.
it. Fourth.
Wow.
Moving into the lead.
Oh my gosh, I saw that coach category and was like,
Well, let's
crap.
do put me in for 200.
Put me, this nut, into a milk chocolate bar, and you have
Nut,
the joy
nut
I've
hut.
provided since 1946. Ed,
What is an almond?
right.
Put me in for 400.
You can't use plain
Oh, he is
rice if
devastated
you're going to
with
make
that buzzer.
sushi. It's got to be treated with me, the rice type of this. Jen,
What is vinegar?
yes.
Put me in 600.
How dare you take that
Cowboy
cultural
knows
question
Will
away from
Rogers
Ed? Well done.
requires me, this pomegranate-flavored syrup. Jen,
What is
That was
grenadine?
amazing.
yes.
Put me in for 800.
Okay, come on.
Sure, put matzo and ham in lasagna, as long as you have me, this spreadable wonder Bon Appetit calls fluffiest cheese in the land. Amy,
What is ricotta?
yes, you do
I'm a
need
bad
ricotta
Italian,
as
but I
well.
do not-
And that
I
response
do not
brings
like
us to our
ricotta.
first.
Little
I
ricotta
was
goes
not
a
ready
long
for
way.
the phrase
Much better
fluffiest
champions
cheese in the
Wildcard.
land. I was like, which land?
Amy Bekkerman is a copy editor from Durham, New Hampshire. And
All of the
Amy,
lands.
of course, this game is airing on Thanksgiving, but it's a doubly special day in your household as well, right?
Yeah, it's my my younger son's 3rd birthday today.
Exciting. Is he a Jeopardy fan?
Well, he will be now.
Was he too young to clock you being on the show previously?
He was maybe 15, 16 months when I aired. Yeah, so it was past his
This
bedtime.
might be his first memory.
No mommy
Here's
TV.
hoping. That'd be a good one.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be a nice one.
Ed Hashima, a community college history professor from Sacramento, is back with us. And I
This is
understand
really
you've
a
reconnected
great-
with your nemesis from
This
the
is a great
Professors
group.
Tournament Finals, the very likable Sam Buttrey.
Yes, nemesis is too strong a word to talk about Sam in any negative fashion. But yes, you know, as you know, Ken, when you're in the Jeopardy family, you become very tight with one another. And I had a chance to meet up with Sam again this past summer and saw firsthand the Jeopardy mystique. He and I met at a local brewery, and the manager recognized him instantly and insisted on buying him a beer, which he graciously tried to decline, but he ultimately humbly accepted while I sat over in the corner drinking my full-price beverage.
You know, I was in that game too. Oh, good for you. That's great. Sam's wonderful.
Oh my God.
Jen Jazwinski,
Ed's
a
tie
youth services
also, by the way.
librarian
I'm
from
upset.
Algonquin, Illinois. I understand being
Not
on
a
the show
bow
and
tie,
coming
but
back on the
it's a
show,
good-
Jen, has
a good
brought
second.
back some fond family memories for you.
It really has. So the first time I won, it just was an unreal experience that my emotions were very evident at the end of the show. And part of that was back in 2006, unfortunately, my brother died in a car accident.
Sorry.
He had actually been in the process of auditioning for Jeopardy and had gotten a call back. So I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I hope you are watching this, and so proud. So
That's amazing.
Oh, good.
Your win was for you and for him as well.
How dare you, Jen?
I love that. I would like to think that he
I
knows
mean,
that as
John
well.
Barrow was amazing because
Amy,
I
you gave
wasn't
us
sure
our
I could do
last
that.
correct response. Let's get back into the
And
room.
he really,
Great. I
really
will
talked
take
me
put
through
me
it.
in for 1,000, please.
That's wonderful.
Well
Is it
done.
a fruit
Well
or is it
done.
a
Now-
vegetable?
now
Who
we
cares?
we
It's also
only
called
root
a
for you.
Mexican green tomato, and I put it in your salad. Jen,
what is an avocado?
sorry, no.
Tomatillo?
What is a tomatillo?
That's it.
I am getting roasted everywhere for that.
The old
Much like
Testament
a
talks
delicious
about the
tomatillo.
jungle on
You're
the
being
Jordan
roasted.
banks,
Right,
and this
thank
animal
you. Beat me
roaring
to it,
within.
Teach.
Amy,
What is a lion?
is a lion.
Biblical Zoo 200.
Symbolic
Maybe
animals.
we understand. You buzz in real fast, and you're just like, I gotta say a word now.
Single-horned animal mentioned in Numbers chapter 23, verse 22.
There's at least
Unicorn.
one in every game where my reflexes get ahead of my brain.
600.
Okay.
This
We've all been
hybrid
there.
breed gets its
Yeah.
curls from the dog alluded to in the latter part of its name. Jen,
What is a labradoodle?
right.
Whatchamacallit 800.
That part of the
nothing.
comb that holds the teeth, it's also named for a body part. Amy,
What's a spine?
yes.
Whatchamacallit for 1,000.
Wow. Okay.
It's the 5-letter word for the end of a shoelace, made of either
know this
plastic
one.
or metal, so it's easier to thread.
I was so mad because I'm like, I know this, it's not there.
Whatchamacallit for 400.
Traditionally in India, a riding seat called a howdah is how a person rides on the back of this animal. Amy,
What's an elephant?
yeah.
Whatchamacallit 200.
You're ready for a home project with a whole set of this tool that includes a
Yeah, buddy.
trademark name. Jen,
What
Allen
is an
Redford.
Allen wrench?
yes.
They come in sevens.
I knew a tool
Steve
question.
McQueen's magnificent movie was actually a remake of a film about 7 of these guys.
Ooh.
What are 7 samurai?
Yes.
There
They
you
come in
go.
7s for 800.
Tolkien should have consulted with the Brothers Grimm before having 13 of these accompany Bilbo in The Hobbit. Amy?
Agreed.
What are dwarves?
Right.
They come in sevens for 1,000.
This group of defendants included Abby Hoffman and Tom Hayden, who were convicted in 1970. Ed?
Who are the Chicago 7?
Yes.
They come in 7s for 400.
Can I get an amen for Pope Gregory, who thankfully reduced the list of these to 7?
Sacrament.
Amy?
What are deadly sins?
Yes.
They come in sevens for
Oh, I thought they were
200.
sacraments. That's so
The only
bomb.
one of
This
the
is,
7 wonders of the world that still remains
This category
is
is a
the
lot more fun
pyramids
than I
of
thought
this
it was going to
city.
be.
Yeah.
What are Giza?
Correct.
The A-list for 400.
It's the absence of any form of political authority.
Yes.
What is anarchy?
Right.
Bring it.
Final clue. The word embassy comes from this job of working in an embassy. Jen.
What is
Ambassador.
ambassador?
That's correct, bringing you to $2,800. You will select first in the Double Jeopardy round. Jen, we'll be back with that right after this.
Can we just point out, though, how devastating Ed was on that
Every
coaches
single
round? He
clue
was
in that
like,
first
I have
round
murdered every
responded to
coach.
correctly by these brave players.
The box
To keep it
score
going
right
in
now
Double Jeopardy.
says I ran
The
that
categories will
category,
be
which is
Nordic
hilarious because
literature, then cartoon theme songs, a little game of Name That Rebellion, followed by
Okay, that's
modern
my favorite.
architectural styles, blank of blank,
Ooh, blank.
and finally, oxymorons. Jen, you select first.
I know a lot
cartoon
more.
theme songs,
Probably
1,200.
On the oxymorons.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Ed,
What is Pokemon?
Kimon, correct.
Ed,
Cartoon
I
theme
was
songs
not
for
the person I
1,600, please.
expected to get that one.
Long tails and ears for hats.
ugh. I'm so mad I didn't come up with this.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
Long tails and ears for hats.
I love that movie. I own the CD.
Cartoon theme songs for
Oh
800.
my God.
Here he comes. He's a demon on wheels. Ed,
Who is
Speed
Speed
Racer.
Racer?
Speed Racer,
Yeah,
yes.
I did expect
Cartoon
that to
theme
get
songs
that
for
one.
400.
They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. They're
Yes!
heroes in the half shell,
Teenage
and they're
Mutant
green.
Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
I
Cartoon
mean,
theme
I
songs for
know for a
2000.
fact
Finish it
that
off.
TJ would have
We're
sung that.
zany to
if
the
he-
max.
that was
There's
on
baloney
this
in our
episode.
slacks. Amy,
What is Animaniacs?
you're at 2000.
Nordic
Oh,
literature for 800,
Love
please.
that show.
Created by Astrid Lindgren, this little red-headed literary girl thinks her father lives far away as a cannibal king. Jen.
Who is Pippi
The
Longstocking?
Wendy's girl.
Yes.
Nordic literature,
Okay.
1200.
Sweden is a grim place in this first book of the Millennium series, in which Lisbeth and Mikael solve a 40-year-old crime. Jen.
What is the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Correct.
Nordic literature,
Well
1600.
done.
Faceless Killers was book number 1 in the series about this soul-searching police inspector, played on TV by Kenneth Branagh. Ed.
Who is Valander?
Yes.
Let's go to.
Sure is.
Name that rebellion for 400.
I was
China.
saying,
China.
like,
1500. Fighters
how do I
versus
not know
foreigners
about
and
Kenneth
Christians.
Branagh being
Boxer.
a-
Ed.
But it's the Boxer Rebellion.
Correct.
Name that
I
rebellion.
knew that
Excited about
one.
my rebellion.
Answer.
Come on,
Amy?
rebellion.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on, Ed.
You have a small lead over Amy at the moment, Ed.
I'd like to wager
You did it, though.
4,000, please, Ken.
All right. Here's your clue in Name That Rebellion.
Hey.
Pennsylvania, 1794. The feds
Whiskey!
versus farmers
The Whiskey
over a
Rebellion!
tax on liquor.
What is the Whiskey Rebellion?
Correct. You have an even 50.
I was mad
that
I didn't
money.
get in on Boxer because I knew that and I knew whiskey.
Name that rebellion for 1,200.
Ulster and Wexford, 1798. One of many called by this national adjective. Jen?
What is the
The
Irish rebellion?
Uprising.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Nordic literature, 2000.
Great.
Early work by this Norwegian playwright include the tragedy Catiline, published under a pseudonym in 1850.
I mean,
Jen?
Ibsen?
Who is Ibsen?
That's correct.
Great.
Yeah, I was thinking,
Nordic
what other
literature, 400.
19th century Norwegian
There are no
playwright?
singing Jamaican crabs in the original version of this Anderson tale about a sea dweller who comes ashore.
And it's poorer
It's
for
the
it.
Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Name that rebellion for
Why is that
1,600.
so adorable?
Virginia,
I don't know,
16.
but he really is.
A hammy colonist and his
Bacon's
followers
Rebellion.
versus Native Americans and the governor. Ed,
I
What
love
is
a good
the Bacon's
rebellion.
Rebellion?
that's it.
Name that rebellion for 2,000.
Virginia, 1831, led by this man.
Nat
It was
Turner.
the bloodiest in the history of American slavery.
You could have run this
What
one.
is Nat Turner's rebellion?
I love
Yes,
a
history
rebellion.
professor did very well there.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do oxymorons for 400.
I can't even
Alliterative
imagine
expression of
smiling that
dismay
much while
favored
I'm
by
up in
Peanuts
podium.
characters. Ed,
What is
It's
good
so
grief?
much fun though.
Oxymorons
It is
for
fun,
1,200.
but I am
a substitute
ball of
master of
nerves.
ceremonies for a
Oh,
TV talk show. There's a phrase we haven't heard on this set for a while. Guest host. What is guest host? Back to you, Ed.
I was like, is that an
oxymorons for
oxymoron?
1,600.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
the oxymoronic name for the comparatively small instrument seen here. Amy.
What's a baby
Okay, it's
grand?
good I didn't get in on that.
Oxymorons for 2000.
It was baby grand, and I was going to say
Talking
piano
without
forte.
speaking is
We got
from
you
the
right there,
Simon
right?
Garfunkel
Piano
song.
forte.
Amy.
What is the sound of silence?
That's right.
Oxymorons for 800.
1980 Travolta movie about mechanical bulls and bravery. Ed,
What is urban cowboy?
that's the movie.
Modern architectural
Incorrect.
styles for 1,200.
Brutalism influenced the design of this DC building, named for a long-serving law enforcement official. Ed,
What is the Hoover Building?
yes.
Modern architectural styles for 1,600.
Architect Oscar Niemeyer was an exponent of modern design in South America, like his own work designing this capital city.
Brasilia, right?
It was
Yeah.
Brasilia.
Right.
there you go.
Blank
Come on,
on
we all do that.
1200.
Answer there. Daily
Oh!
Mail.
What?
You
Uh-oh.
found the other
Jen
one, and this
just
could
squeezed
change
a
the game.
serious
What
face
do you
like
wanna
that.
risk?
All of it.
9,000.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus
In
fuck,
second
Jen.
place, if you're correct, here's your clue. Similes,
I mean,
metaphors,
he's so
and
far ahead.
personification, for example.
What are figures of speech?
That is correct.
Yes!
Big bet paid off.
And that wait was longer. They edited down some of that
Uh,
time.
Blank of blank 1,600.
Made
Oh,
from gypsum,
I
this
can
white
feel
powder
your
mixed with
heart
water
beating
is used
in
in
my
sculpture
chest.
to make molds and casts.
Oh
Jen?
my
What is
god.
plaster of Paris?
Yeah,
Blank of blank 2000.
Come on, Jen.
as seen on the map, this island
You-
lies between England
I
and
know
Ireland
exactly
and
how you
about
feel
20
right
miles
now.
south
You
of
have so
Scotland.
much excess
Ed,
What is the
adrenaline
Isle of Wight?
that you can
No.
barely stand still.
Amy,
What is the Isle of Man?
it is the Isle of Man, yes.
Modern architectural styles for 2000.
High-tech architecture is on view with this Paris landmark. Ed,
What is the Centre Pompidou?
yes, you are back in the lead.
It
Modern
sure is.
architectural styles for 800.
Frank Lloyd Wright-inspired
Look at McDonald's
cantilevers
play.
abound in the style called New This Dutch Seat of Government.
I watched this back yesterday. I'm like, none of us guessed on that?
Cool. Back to
Yeah,
you.
New Hague.
Of
Yeah.
for 800.
Had Julius
Well, you-
Caesar heeded the warning about this day, he might have survived it. Ed.
Boxing Day.
What is the Ides of March?
Right.
Blank of blank for 400.
In football, it's
He
the
is so
boundary between
smiley.
the teams prior to the snap of the ball. Ed.
What is the line of scrimmage?
Correct.
Please, Ken, will you bring it?
I hope you get a free beer for that, Ed. That was good. This city's Our Lady of the Angels Cathedral is said to be a postmodern interpretation of Spanish missions.
Los
Ed.
Angeles.
What is Los Angeles?
It is in Los Angeles, yes. So you pulled back ahead there.
Where is that?
$23,000.
It's downtown.
But Jen and
That
Amy
doesn't help.
both
Where
nipping at your
downtown?
heels. An important part of the
I-
Jeopardy category reveal here.
Yeah.
It will
They
be
opened it when I was in high school.
science etymology. And we'll be back with the clue right
I
after
love
this.
both of those things.
Right? I know. I was like, oh,
With
etymology.
Final
That,
Jeopardy.
that might not be terrible. We'll see.
We have three big
Not as
scores,
good
and
as
this is
American
Who's on the
authors.
Wire.
Like, I was pretty excited about that
Etymology
one.
category. Here's the
British
clue.
history.
First detected in the sun's atmosphere in 1868, it got its name from an old word for sun. 30 seconds, players. Good luck.
Did you know it right away? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Watch
now,
my
are
face.
you-
I 100% know it right away.
But you're
Because-
also like they're gonna know it.
I mean, did you watch them play? Like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, these two amazingly smart people, if I came up with it this fast, you know, and I did what I could, right? I made my
Bekkerman
shot on the
had
Daily Double.
$14,600. Looks like Ed had a late-breaking change he
wait,
wanted to make
what?
that ran
Wait,
out of time.
what?
But first, we'll do Amy and Jen. Amy, what did you write down? What is helium? Yes, Helios, the sun, discovered there before on Earth. So you're going to add to your 14,600, or you bet almost everything, 29,100. You're currently in the lead. Jen Jazwinski had $20,200. She wrote down helium as well, so she's going to add to that. She bet to double, $20,200. You now have, wow, 40,400. Ed Hashima had the lead with $23,000.
Are
but
you
maybe
kidding
some
me?
last-minute regrets about his response. He wrote down
What?
hydrogen, the element right next door, and did not have time to change it back.
Water
later.
How much did you risk? 18,000, knocking you down to $5,000. Jen Jazwinski from second place. You're
Oh
championship
my
quarterfinals.
God, Jen. Jen, that face is all of
I
our
think your
face.
brother would be so
That face
proud.
is-
Congratulations.
Oh my, oh, not the.
I know, and
Almost the
you're
crown,
gonna
and
get
we'll
the
do that
wreath on my
tomorrow
makeup,
for the
man.
end of the week. Don't miss it.
No, I want to
Oh.
try.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
Oh my
That one
God,
was
Jen.
emotional.
Jen.
When Ed did that spin, I was like, you hear Amy gasp, and I'm pretty sure they've cut the feed to my mic because I think I turned to him and I said, "What did you do, Ed?" Like,
Wow.
what?
Holy hell. Holy
I mean-
hell. Also, baby. You are
Wait.
this.
I'm losing you.
Yeah, your audio is friggy.
Rude.
What'd you do?
Sorry. I said you a finalist.
I know. Like,
You
what? Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That was a game.
I mean, I felt like I just could not even get in on the stuff that I knew, that anything that Ed wasn't right on top of, Amy was swooping in to get. So yeah, I really felt like during that think time in the final, I was like, this was a really great game. We did what we could. We did get every single question right in Jeopardy round. Not on the first try, but but every one of those questions was answered. There were no triple stumpers. And I think we only had 3 triple stumpers all game, and
Well
only
done.
three wrong answers. Avocado and snakes, and then I love white from from
From
Ed
Ed
in the
instead of Isla Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like,
Damn. That was a great game. That is also, I hope that you get to talk about all of this, in your inevitable Inside Jeopardy podcast interview, which is going to happen. We love this for you. Yeah.
I mean,
What a sassy treat. Also, they're going to do the fun GIF mock-up of you as a clubs card now. That's going to be on the Facebook. That's going to be
unbelievable, right?
Yes. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God. I'm so thrilled for you, baby. This
Oh,
is
thank you.
amazing. And you really did. You came from, and you should feel so good for the way you demolished that Daily Doble, right? Like you did it.
I figures of speech came to me pretty quickly, but I was like, is it that simple? I mean,
No,
am
I mean,
I underthinking this?
a
you weren't.
constant problem, as we all know, being up there is,
Right.
am I underthinking or overthinking?
Right, especially because that was the first one in that category that had been revealed. So I was pretty sure that's what we were going for, a wordplay thing where it was all going to be phrases that way. But I did have a moment, and then I was like, no, that's got to be it. If it's not,
No, I'm a goddess. Yeah, you did it.
yeah.
You did great. I mean, everybody did great. Ed was killing it, and Amy, like, I didn't even see. I was surprised to look at the scores at the end of the Jeopardy round, because
Amy
it
was
seemed
so-
like you were in there as much as them.
Yeah,
but
when you were so
Oh.
lower, I didn't.
they
see
went
it.
on a tear somehow. The two of them just started alternating, and I didn't even realize that you had been blocked out for a while.
Yeah.
boy.
Well, an avocado didn't help. My husband was like, I was so excited you got in first on that. When we cook with tomatillos, I was like, she's got avocado.
But again, you buzz in, and then you're like, oh, I have to make words with my face now. And that is a frequent problem that non-players just haven't gotten yet. You're like, you buzz in, you're like, oh no. Yeah.
It happened to me in the quarterfinal on the Larry McMurtry question that I buzzed in and said lonesome. Like, as I buzzed in, like afterwards, as I'm about to say Lonesome Dove, I'm like, that's not right. That was a TV series and it was later, but oh, nope, there goes my mouth.
I can't remember if I said it on here before, but definitely TJ and some of our group has heard it. I remember a lot of things about Jeopardy, but I think one of the things that is seared into my being forever is 2 times when I buzzed in and said absolute crap, and Ken looked at me like, really? And I was like, oh.
You take a little judgment. You got a little judgment.
Ken looking at you like, you are smart, is like one of the most hurtful things that you will ever absorb into your body, and it's there forever. And God bless you, Ken. I love you, and you deserve to look at me that way because they were both stupid answers.
So after the quarterfinal game, which was about the Nobel Prize, Ken asked me, he's like, so do you have all the Nobel Prize winners memorized by year? I get ready to say no, I do not. And then I was like, wait, yes. Do you hear that, possible future competitor?
There you go.
I definitely have those memorized. And Ken, because of who he is like, great, who was 1952? And I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, Niels Bohr was not, but just got to say one confidently. I've learned that from men. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was unbelievable. That was fantastic. So entertaining.
Jen!
Oh my
And I'm
gosh,
so happy for you.
I feel so lucky too. We did a family and friends Zoom to watch this yesterday, and both Ed and Amy were able to attend, even though, it's American Thanksgiving, so a holiday for a lot of people, and they took time out of their days to come and watch with everybody. And Ed in particular, really both of them, quite honestly, but Ed took the time to say some really kind and gracious things afterwards. That I was really a little disappointed when they called the 3 of us, because I was like, well, I was really hoping we'd all make the finals, and that clearly is not going to work out. Like, that is a problem, which was true too, watching a bunch of the games that, the day you're not in your quarterfinals, you're watching everything else. And I'd watch 3 people walk up on stage and I'd be like, but I would like them all to win.
We know that feeling. Super well.
Yeah.
Watching Emily, Dave, and Yoshi, I was like, but I love I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but I mean, and we've had Amy on the show. We know how awesome
Yes.
she is.
Yeah.
And
She-
so
I mean, not only is it Thanksgiving, it's her son's birthday, and she took the time out to come and hang out with my family and friends and be just so fun to talk to. Multiple people were like, we're a little starstruck because everybody's here.
amazing. Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Well,
Makes me
I
so
mean,
happy.
so I guess I know what some of your plans were for today that you have going on. I knew you had a busy day today, and I didn't
Yeah.
understand everything.
We gotta set up some more watch parties type of stuff. I
You
had to
busy,
book out
girl.
rooms at my library.
Oh my
I
goodness.
love this. I love this for you. I am so gosh darn thrilled for you. Like, this is awesome.
I will say, so I also am friends with Josh, who won the spades bracket.
Oh yeah, Josh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and when the call started going,
The third best bracket, we can all agree.
accurate.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about best.
No, we can agree on third. That's great.
Yes, exactly. But when the messages all started going out, you know, he reached out and he's like, so I got to know, did they reach out to you? And I was like, I mean, look, here's the deal. If it happens, it happens. But I really feel like the best thing for me would be like, it'll be a chance to get to play one more round of this awesome game where you get to, you know, have so much fun up on that stage. My family might get to come and watch, at least some of them. You know, like, I don't expect this to turn into anything other than that for me. Like, for him, you know, he lost to Matt Amodio. I'm like, this feels like it really could be your second chance to make things happen. For me, I'm like, this will just be a great experience. And then I won my quarterfinal and I was like, oh, okay. And then this happened and I'm like, all right, I guess we're doing this.
There you go. I mean, I think, you know, as people, I don't want to speak for TJ, people who didn't make it all the way, like, yeah, you just, like you said, you just want to go back and play again. And I think it was Jelana who said on her Inside Jeopardy podcast, you just want to keep playing. It's not about winning. It's like, I just want to be able to keep playing the game. So
it's so much fun.
It is so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, well, we wish you absolutely the best. We're obviously going to be watching these games and we're very excited for you.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see who is the third person in your whole to-do. We will find that out tomorrow. I mean, everybody else will find it out today, but TJ and I are slow.
And most people won't find out today because Preemption City.
There you go.
Oh yeah, my favorite metropolis. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, but yes, we look forward to next week and the exciting, dramatic conclusion.
And I think the one, slightly cheesy but very sincere thing, what a wonderful thing for you personally also to feel that with your brother. I'm so happy for you. Just,
thank you.
Jen, what a
we
treat.
were on Scholastic Bowl in high school together. You know, we've been doing trivia together our whole lives. We used to watch Jeopardy when we came home from school because it's on at 3:30 in Chicago. Yeah.
The weirdest of times.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I know.
It really is.
No, but I feel you, Jen. My mom died in 2017, and Jeopardy was our thing, and she's the whole reason that I wanted to be on the show. So I absolutely feel you.
And I killed multiple family members to be on the show. So, yeah. This
Just
is not
took
a
'em out.
confession. If it's on YouTube, it's not a confession. It's fine. No.
Not admissible in court.
Certainly
There
not.
All right. Well, we will keep watching and be excited about next week's finals games for you with the club's second best. Second best bracket.
Second best bracket. You know what? We're so excited for the bracket that doesn't have Emily Sands to do so well. We're so thrilled.
All right.
Oh man, we love you guys. You guys are seriously what a great bracket you are.
Thank you. They are amazing people. That is one of the simply amazing things that you get out of this whole experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our group
we
chat
are-
is awesome. 1877 clubs for Ken.
I love it. Yeah. Who the Botch is also, yeah, is quite a fan. So
Yes.
we-
All right. Well,
what a treat.
enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend.
Thanks,
Yeah.
you guys. You too as well.
Yes,
Yay!
and for you people watching, tell all your friends.
Please do.
Like, subscribe, do the things so that we will keep doing this.
That's right. You new
We don't know
hearts
why we do
babies,
this.
come reach out to us if you want. You want us to do this? We'll do this. You guys
There you go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Prove to us
I
that
mean-
you are in the running.
Thank you too, seriously, for doing this. It is so much fun, and it is
Oh,
a great way to sort of extend the
Yeah,
the whole experience for everyone. That it is fantastic.
Oh,
a
thank
joy.
you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.